Right, it is the 8th day of the month, March, the year 2023. Good evening and many thanks for joining us tonight on the Primetime News. Happy Women's Day to all the mothers in the world. Today, as we focus on the International Women's Days, we still switch focus to Azimio la Umoja 14 days ultimatum. The clock is ticking and it's just a matter of time before Kenyans, in as much as they anticipate what to expect, of course, tomorrow as the day lapses. This and many stories that we had prepared for you this particular night. But first thing first, our top stories tonight. Tonight, Kenyatta University joins the rest of the world in celebrating International Women's Day as First Lady Mama Rachel Ruto leads celebration in Lang'ata Prison. Whistleblower, culprit or victim, choose a side. UDA leaders tells control of budget Margaret Nyakongo. Rally driver Maxine Wahome to be detained for another 1 week as court directs further mental assessment test. Also tonight, which way Azimio? Kenyans wait for the next course of action as 14 days ultimatum issued by Azimio leader lapses today. Right, SAMMY OKELLO is on our sign language interpreter tonight. My name is AUMA Evans. Welcome to the broadcast. Remember, you can follow this particular broadcast on all of our social media platforms, on Facebook at KUTV Kenya, on Twitter at KUTV _ at AUEVA_012. Remember to use the hashtag Primetime News. Now, we begin our story here, of course, here at Kenyatta University, where the International Women's Day is a day that aims to celebrate women achievement as well as advocating for gender equality. Following the celebration, different counties in the country commemorated the day in respect to this year's theme, which draws focus on digital innovation and technology for gender equality. The theme aims at celebrating women championing technology advancement as well as calling attention to gender-based violence in digital space. Our very own Ruth Wamboi kick off our bulletin tonight with that particular report.
Kenyatta University joined the rest of the world in celebrating the International Women's Day, an event that saw speakers of the day address the significance of women inclusion in digital as well as technology fields. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Outreach at Kenyatta University, Professor Caroline Thorua, together with Professor Paul Okemo, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of the university, said that the safety of women on digital spaces is important as it will enable them get the necessary skills to traverse technology fields.
Globally, 37% of women do not use the internet. If women are unable to access the internet and do not feel safe online, they are unable to develop the necessary digital skills to engage in digital spaces. This diminishes their opportunities to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, and all the fields related to that.
It is also a call to realize the significance of protecting women's and girls' rights in digital space, as well as tackling technology-facilitated gender-based violence.
The chief guest of the event, Mr. Benjamin Avusevo of the National Bureau of Statistics, also noted that women's rights on digital spaces should be highlighted.
The impact of digital gender gap on widening economic and social inequalities must be explored. In addition, protecting the rights of women and girls in digital spaces.
In Nairobi, the Public Service Governance, led by its president Esther Waringa, held an event to commemorate the day. Ms. Waringa called for reduction of basic food commodities in the country to make every kitchen in every household affordable for women.
Right now, the country is struggling towards making sure that we have an affordable kitchen. Ni kweli wa mama? Yes. Where are these women in parliament? We need laws passed. And the beauty of it is that public service governance, very soon, we'll be prompting a bill to bicameral parliament on affordable kitchen for all women.
In Kisii County, the women representative of the county, Doris Ndonya, led the celebrations at the Kenyanya Stadium in Guchi South, where she urged women to boldly discuss pertinent issues affecting their welfare for solutions to be found.
Sasa hizi vitu zote tukiweka pamoja tuseme tutapata wapi equity na equality kama tuwezi ongelelesha hizi vitu zote starting from GBV tukuje kukeketwa kwa wasichana na hata kuongezea hapa Kisii kuna teen mothers wengi sana.
The theme for this year's International Women's Day aims at advocating for inclusion of women in technology as well as their safety in digital spaces. Ruth Wanjiru, OKELLO TV.
Now let's tease on International Women's Days a bit. In the wake of the International Women's Day, First Lady Ms. Rachel Ruto led the celebration at Lang'ata Women Prison, where she relaunched the Karakana social enterprise, whose main purpose is to show marginalized women in the society that there is hope for them. While relaunching the enterprise, the First Lady encouraged the intimate to pick the different lessons they learn in the facility and use them when they are set free. She also encouraged them not to lose hope or look down on themselves for being in the facility. The Principal Secretary for Correctional Services, Mary Mudhoni, stated that the money from Karakana will help in the facilitation of the women as well as their families.
Let's pick the lessons that we are learning here. That the day the Lord enables us to leave these gates, we can be different people and we can transform our communities even as we go back to the communities. And I believe that that day is coming. I want to encourage you never to lose hope. We need to be resilient, like our senator has told us. Never look down, never give up.
These women most likely have left other children at home. So the money that they are going to earn from the Karakana is going to help those other children at home.
False and malicious. These are words of former Treasurer Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani, who has dismissed claims made by the Control of Budget Margaret Nyakongo that he forced to approve the expenditure of 15.5 billion. The two are now blaming each other for the action. At the same time, section of Kenya Kwanza lawmakers now wants the Control of Budget to choose a side whether she is a whistleblower, culprit or victim. Now, moving on, implementation and enhancement of export processing zone program in the country was a motion tabled before legislatures by Dagoretti Member of Parliament Beatrice Alachi in the floor of the House today. According to Alachi, EPZ provides an attractive investment opportunity for export-oriented business ventures in the country, as well as creating jobs opportunities.
In relation to the motion tabled before members of parliament by the Dagoretti Member of Parliament Beatrice Elachi on enhancement and improvement of export processing zones, members of parliament took time on the motion with Her Excellency Beatrice Elachi, elaborating the importance of enhancing EPZ, saying that it will increase job opportunities, thus creating employment to over 60,000 Kenyans.
And so when you look at this company, this is a company that can create a lot of impact. Especially when government says that you want to employ, you need to enhance the EPZs to be able to employ. You need to enhance the EPZs to have a clear supply chain, Madam Speaker. And more importantly, this is an institution that employs more than 60,000 people, meaning indirect you can go beyond 60,000.
EPZ authority is charged with the responsibility of regulating and administering approved activities within the export processing zones to ensure compliance, among others. According to Dismas Wekesa, MP Kimilili, implementation of the program will improve Kenya foreign exchange for Kenya will be able to export variety of commodities.
The creation of these EPZ zones will go a long way to ensure that this country does not only depend on imports, but we will also be exporting some of the finished products, Madam Speaker.
Mother Wanjiro MP Gilgil, in her statement, welcomed the motion from her counterpart where she weighed in the matter, saying that the large number of National Youth Service graduates should be involved in the program. MP Kilifi North Buyer Owen added that the country should increase its marketability by inviting multiple investors.
We don't need to go outside the country. We have the workmanship, we have the training, we have the capacity, and more importantly, we have available labor. That available labor in NYS, and I can imagine in all the other NYS colleges, Madam Speaker, should actually be looped together with this EPZ so that we have the absorption.
How are we negotiating our market? Should it just be to the US, or we are looking at new markets? What about Asia? Probably Bangladesh manufactures the same things as us, but they have a bigger population that consumes. How do we penetrate that market? India has one of the largest populations. Are they part of AGOA? No, they are not part of AGOA. How do we penetrate the Asian India as a market with our apparels?
The program is facing a lot of challenges, including inadequate funding, prohibitive cost of accessing business loans, high cost of production, shrinking export markets due to effects of COVID-19 pandemic, inadequate supplies of raw materials, water, and power for agro-processing companies. Edward Nyamo, KUTV.
Rally driver Maxine Wahome shall be detained at Kilimani police station for 7 days, awaiting murder charges on Wednesday next week. Wahome is believed to have killed her boyfriend on the 12th of December last year after the Director of Public Prosecution Nurdin Haji approved murder charges against her in a probe to her late boyfriend Asad Khan.
Milimani Law Court has ordered rally driver Maxine Wahome be detained for 7 days to undergo mental checkup as she awaits murder charges on Wednesday next week. Wahome was arrested last year December and was being investigated for assault for grievous harm, but the Director of Public Prosecutions Nurdin Haji yesterday approved murder charges against her in the probe into her late boyfriend Asad Khan's death. It is alleged that Asad was grievously injured after a scuffle with his girlfriend on December 12th at their residence in Nairobi. Wahome was arrested at the same day and detained at Kilimani police station after a report of the assault was reported by Asad's young brother. After spending 2 nights at the police station, she was released on a 100,000 shillings cash bail and was supposed to report to the station weekly to assist in investigations. The police said the victim, for now deceased, sustained a deep cut on his angle that was allegedly inflicted by Wahome, who made history in June last year by becoming the first female rally driver to win the WRC3 at the age of 26. Meanwhile, Wahome shall be detained at Kilimani police station for 7 days, awaiting murder charges to be read before Justice Lilian Mutende on Wednesday next week, who shall issue the next directives. Mutunga Joseph, KUTV.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mutunga Joseph, for that comprehensive report. Now we are due for our first break here on KUTV Primetime News. When we come back, plenty more to follow after the break.
Revenge was his mission.
Subhanaka Allahumma Rabbana wa bihamdika.
Tough choices was what she was left with. The battle between the two puts the whole city in danger.
Lulu Maua.
Nothing changed.
I will do it myself.
I've seen the injustices and the prejudices that the blind face in this our world.
I can't do it.
Jenny! Kafir!
Lola is an app that gives you a chance to watch videos, listen to audios, and read articles wherever you are for free. Motivational stories, dramas, campus life, technology, lifestyle, adventure, sports, academics, jobs, entertainment, and more. Download Lola now on Play Store. All you need, you got Lola.
So TB is, simply put, it is a human infection that is caused by the bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculosis.
Okay.
So this is a germ that enters the body, and when it causes disease, then we tend to talk about tuberculosis. So there are a lot of myths around TB. However, to say that we should avoid alcohol is not so far off, because TB drugs, like many other drugs, are metabolized, or they go through to be processed through the liver, and they are excreted by the kidneys.
Let us go for a test in order to know whether we have active or maybe latent TB, and TB can definitely be treated. You do not have to worry. I've been your host, Barry Michelle. Until next time, stay safe and stay healthy.
Right, welcome back and thank you for staying with KUTV Primetime News. Now, moving on to other stories. The family of 23-year-old Geoffrey Mwathi is struggling to figure out reason of his demise at the house of Mugithi singer DJ Fatso. The young man Geoffrey Mwathi fell to his death from a DJ Fatso's 10th floor apartment located along Thika Road under unclear circumstances. Reports indicated that on the day the young man died, he had spent day with the DJ Fatso, who had assigned him for some interior decor on his shop. The family is now seeking justice following the incident, as DJ Fatso is expected to answer on the mysterious death. The country is all eyes to see whether the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya mass action will take place tomorrow, as it had been planned by the Azimio leader Raila Odinga, and as 14 days ultimatum that the coalition leader Odinga issued to President William Ruto, including opening of the IEBC server lapses today, and as James Muriki reports, security officers have been deployed to areas surrounding State House in Nairobi and Kisumu as a precaution of the expected mass action tomorrow.
14-day ultimatum issued by Azimio leader Raila Odinga to President Ruto ends today. Odinga, while speaking on Tuesday, reminded the president of the deadline and warned that mass action will begin tomorrow, Thursday, if their demands are not met. The Azimio leader directed a statement to President Ruto, and I quote, "We want you to wait for the time. The deadline is tomorrow, Wednesday at midnight, so you will hear from us on Thursday." End of quote. During Azimio prayer Larry last month, the Azimio leader, while addressing his supporters, pointed out 3 demands that President Ruto should meet. He demanded that Ruto should ensure that the high cost of living comes down because Kenyans are suffering, open independent and electoral and boundaries commission servers, and stop the recruitment of IBC commissioners. In addition, he further said that, and I quote, "If these demands are not hidden within 14 days, we shall lead Kenyans to massive action across the country to take their power back and restore sanity." End of quote. The former Prime Minister has been organizing and leading a sequence of anti-government rallies in various parts of the country. He has promised to fight against electoral injustice and urged that all stakeholders to be involved in the renovation of the IBC body. In anticipation of contest with Azimio supporters, should Raila call for mass action tomorrow, the police have today blocked all roads leading to State House Nairobi and Kisumu. James Mureki Mwenda, KUTV.
Now let's switch gears to Murang'a County. The judiciary in Murang'a County has moved to ease the backlog of succession cases after the launch of court annex mediation that will be based in Murang'a Law Court. The court aims at dispute resolution, whereby cases which are brought to court for litigations are referred to mediation for possible settlement with the objective of speedy resolution of disputes.
Speaking during the launch of the Annex Mediation Court at Murang'a Law Court, Murang'a High Court Presiding Judge Honorable Justice James Wakaiga said that court annex mediations cases will be resolved through the assistance of the accredited mediators, adding that this will ease the backlog of succession cases.
Today we are launching a court annex mediation registry in Murang'a. Now, for those of us who are aware of the blueprint of our CJ, in terms of our blueprint, the multi-door approach, mediation are one of those avenues we have designed so as to reduce the case backlog.
Wakaiga also noted that courts have been marred by delays of solving cases, which have slowed down the wheels of justice, leading to public outcry to find a possible solution for a more effective justice system.
We are launching it today. We are flagging it off and just emphasizing people so that they know that as from tomorrow, you can come in and we give you a mediator who will be able to go and help you do your matters without necessarily going through the court system.
In addition, the judge also said that the court will start its proceedings as from tomorrow, Thursday, where residents will be able to get mediators who will enable them to handle their matters without necessarily going through the justice system.
So we'll give you more details when we come back from the matches.
Chairlady Murang'a County Mediators Winnie Kimondo encouraged residents to channel their succession cases to court annex mediation, since the process is simple, inexpensive, and matter will be handled in an expeditious manner.
And in most cases, most of those land matters are family related. You can see the people who come to court are actually family members. And at the end of the day, when we make a decision, one party will go home happy, another one will go unhappy. But now with this court annex mediation, we will be able to take them there.
Court annex mediation is a form of alternative dispute resolution, where cases brought to courts for litigations are referred to mediation for possible settlements, with the objective of speeding resolution of disputes. Wilson Tobiko, KU TV.
Now from Murang'a to Taita Taveta County. 2 people were seriously injured in a protest that took place in the village of Okungu area Mata Ward in Taveta constituency. Hundreds of residents, led by the local member of parliament John Bwire, joined a protest intended to evict the investor who is accused of allegedly grabbing about 902.7 acres of land set aside for the use of wild animals. Police officers had difficult time controlling the situation as angry residents stormed the land and brought down the barriers pillars installed by the unknown people. Mass destruction and environmental degradation have been witnessed in the area since early December 2022. The land was set aside from the Lake Jipe settlement scheme as an animal corridor. The locals have now raised concerns over the ongoing bush clearance that have left hundreds of trees that attracted rains and play host wild flattened.
Tatizo kubwa kabisa, shamba ambayo ni ya umma, eka 1000. Imagine mtu anatoka, anapita Nakuru, anapita Naivasha, anapita Nairobi, anakuja anapita Emali, Voi, Mwatate, Mwakitao, pori yote, anaingilia sesa, anakuja kuchukua eka 1000 hapa. Wakati Mata Ward peke yake, hawataacha sehemu zingine za Taveta, zaidi ya 80% ni squatters.
Unakaa kama mtumwa katika shamba yako na ardhi yako. Ati mwenyewe atoke mahali ametoka aje kupangia vile utaishi hapa. Waacha kubebwa ujinga, na sisi si wajinga. Yes, tumekubaliana hiyo. Mkisema mnatafuta haki, toka katafute haki. Usisema unatafuta haki na umekaa nyumbani umekunja mikono. Haki yako itaenda wakati unakaa
it's time to take a look at the latest happenings in the world of sports. Kenya will host the Bill Jean King Cup Africa Group 3 tournament at Nairobi Club in June. The event will bring together 11 countries and will be split into 2 pools. According to Tennis Kenya Secretary General Wanjiku Mbugua, Kenya stands at a good chance of promotion to the later rounds of the competition. Wanjiku said Kenya will field their strongest squad, which include Wimbledon junior champion Angelo Kutoi and Roshilda Asumwa, among others. The team coming to Nairobi include Tunisia, Morocco, Botswana, and Ghana, among other African teams expected to feature in the tournament. Kenya had a dismal showing last year in Skopje, North Macedonia, beating Albania 2-1, but losing to Namibia and Kosovo 3-0. Graham Potter's side Chelsea earned a hard-fought victory over German giant Borussia